and welcome. Now, if you notice in the bottom right hand corner, you can now select 4K. So if you've got a 4K screen, if you watch it on your telly or you watch it on your computer screen that's 4K or in an iMac 5K, something like that, the quality will be, of course, outstanding. I was going to have my army update as the first video to make use of this, but I thought, why should I hang back and wait for that video when there's going to be a few more videos over the next few weeks before that video where I'll be shooting in 4K. And today's video is one of them. If you haven't already guessed from the title, this will be the Custodian Coronis Grav Tank Transport unboxing. The review will definitely be this Wednesday, and there are going to be a couple more reviews coming out next week. Quite a few videos coming out next week, so hopefully stay tuned to the channel. Just open this package. Now, I think today is the release day for it, the 10th of February. So it came very, very quickly. In fact, it was only just dispatched yesterday. One of these will set you back £110. It's a lot of money, and then when you factor in the daylight robbery £13 delivery, it's a lot of money. It's £123, well, 124 rounded up really, for one tank. So let's have a look. It looks like from the Forge World Weekender or whatever it was called, that Forge World are going to be releasing a lot of Custodian things. I've seen everything from Custodian Guard, sort of Bolter Squad, they're sort of like the heavy support versions of the Custodians, to the new Dreadnought, and then even they've got a Leviathan type Dreadnought. So it looks like one of the very first sort of Terminator models. And then you've got the jet bikes and all kinds of things going on. A few things for Sisters of Battle. So let's open this. Wow, so you get a very large base, looks like the same size as the Caladius. These are the size, or the engines, I would have thought. So let's have a little look at these. Yeah, these are large. These are definitely larger than the Caladius, the engines. Yeah, very nice. Lovely detailing. Yeah, very nice. These are all going in the, the wash. These will all be washed shortly after you see this, and I'll set aside cleaning the parts off and then getting them ready. So this is the internal part of the tank, because it is a troop transport. Looks like there's seats for at least 6 of the guys. I think it can carry 10 or 12. It's difficult to say because the rules are on the internet floating about that people have put pictures of them, so you'll just have to go and sort of find them because the book's not out yet. Forge World had decided in sort of like the middle of all these Custodian releases to release something for sort of Blood Bowl, which is fine because it gives you a bit of a break, gives your bank account a bit of a break. They've done that before, I think a couple of weeks ago, and they did that, and obviously last week they did this, and now they've done Blood Bowl again, and next week I would have thought would be the release of the book up for pre-order. Or it could even be the next week, but it's definitely this month, I'm sure of it. So there you go. So that's the other side. They have given me a left and right side, so that's wonderful. One would assume that it sort of goes together like that, and like that. It's difficult because obviously the gates and things are on there, so well, it's like quite a beefy, hefty tank. Looks like the bottom of the tank and then the top. Wow, that's quite a big, chunky top section. So fully detailed interior. So you might want to clean the parts up and then spray it gold inside before you actually completely assemble it. And then this is the bottom, and it's got some nice sort of lightning strike symbol, a nice Eagle. Notice that it's just one-headed eagle and not two. So there you go. It's got these parts too, because it does actually have a turret on the top here. So if you've got some magnets that go over from the corded, then you could use them in this. So here we go. So this is the rear hatch, I would assume. So you could put a couple of magnets in there quite easily, and then have it openable and closable. These are the sort of engine thrusters. You've got the bolt cannons, the Astralis bolt cannons, and then you've got like a command console with some observation screens, and for the turret. And then this is the same blaze cannon that's on the Palace. I've read the rules. It can fire sort of like a more direct shot, which is higher range, higher strength, or it can fire a bit of a weaker shot, but I think it's then blast, or it's more shots. But I'll go through the rules of this model when the book comes out, of course. There you go. So that's the top gun, and then you've got the things like the mobility fins, or directional fins, whatever you want to call them. And then this is the little turret on the top. So that goes like that. It's nowhere near the size of the Custodes turret. So there you go. Just gives it a bit more punch, and with that, and then the front-mounted weapon as well. Yeah, so you've got more sort of engine thrusters, exhausts, and then you've got the grav plates that go along the sides. Same there. Then you get one of these, which is massive, and this is definitely bigger than the Custodes one. And then you get the same, what looks to be the same sort of plastic stand, and then you obviously glue that on there, and then glue this on there. I mean, generally I'm not a big fan of grav tanks anyway. I find them quite fiddly and sort of not as user friendly as like a normal tank with tracks. But this is what it's all about with Custodians. The very best of technology that the Emperor has. Sort of. So there you go. That's all of the parts that you get in the kit. This was checked by RL on the 31st of January, so it's a good week ago or so. And then this is the instruction booklet. This is excellent that Forge are continually making these lovely instruction booklets for their tanks, even for the Palace tank, which had about 8 parts. They made one of these booklets. You don't get one of these booklets with a Custodian Dreadnought, which would have been nice. It's only a few quid less, but you do get them for like the Leviathan Dreadnoughts and things like that. So it says here, armed with twin-linked Lastrum bolt cannon and Arachnus blaze cannon, the Custodes Grav-Carrier is perhaps one of the most recognised vehicles used exclusively by the Legio Custodes. This heavily protected transport skimmer provides them with a degree of speed and agility unmatched by the grinding armour of others who fight in the name of the Emperor, allowing the Legio Custodes to deploy rapidly into a range of terrain whilst reducing the risk of being pinned down by enemy forces. Superb. So that's all the parts. So gluing the whole bottom to the left hull first, and then the internal bulkhead, and so on. So you might want to get to that stage and then spray the inside gold or bone colour, whatever you want to do. The nacelles seem quite straightforward, and the turret seems quite straightforward too. And then you've got the chin turret. So it's a nice transport for the Custodian Guard. I think it carries about 12 models. I'm not 100% sure, but it's very large. I mean, I'd probably say it's going to be about the size of a Land Raider, maybe a bit bigger. But I'll do a size comparison obviously on a Wednesday, when I'll show you my full review in 4K. So thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.